We're back in the Luke Urban Fieldhouse for the first time this fall. Today, conference volleyball between the Dartmouth Indians and your Durfee Hilltoppers. Hello again, everybody. I'm Evan Massoud. Welcome to the broadcast here on Fred TV. You heard the warning bell. Warm-ups are just concluding right now here at the Fieldhouse. The music's playing and the atmosphere is electric for conference volleyball. Why? Well, because the Durfee Lady Hilltoppers have exceeded expectations, at least for Coach Kelly Bullier. They lost so many seniors at the end of last year. Coming into this season, lots of freshmen that tried out. And really, the numbers were there for Coach, and she couldn't be prouder of her team.
A ton of freshmen came out, which was fantastic. And, you know, that's been really good to build the program. We have been doing better, you know, than I hoped. The girls are working hard. We just are a little inexperienced of what we were last year. Losing that group, you know, they came up all 4 years, all 6 of those seniors together. So many of them played outside of our season as well, and they were very experienced. So that's been the most difficult thing, is the lack of experience as far as just being on the court. But the girls are really sticking through, and you know they're doing a good job.
Coach Rachel Lassie's Lady Indians are perfect on the season. They haven't lost a set, and that includes a victory against the Lady Hilltoppers earlier in the year at the Carlin Lynch Activity Center in Dartmouth. Going to be a tough one this evening for Durfee, but we invite you to stick around. Should be a good contest. All the action next on Fred TV.
The Gothic Revival-style arch at Oak Grove Cemetery signals the final resting place of some of Fall River's most prominent residents.
Since 1873, thousands of funeral processions have passed through these ornate iron gates. War heroes, abolitionists, mill owners, and Lizzie Borden are buried within these walls.
Despite fine craftsmanship and historical recognition, the arch was unable to withstand time and the elements, and was in danger of collapse.
10 years ago, Fall River residents voted to adopt the Community Preservation Act, which allows for a 1.5% surcharge on property tax bills. This cherished landmark was saved with funds through the Community Preservation Act.
In just 5 months, this time using some modern machinery, local contractors refurbished the granite arch and replaced sections of the gate.
A uniquely Fall River work of art and a respectful reflection for the dead has been saved for future generations.
CPA funds have supported thousands of significant projects in Massachusetts. Thank you for your continued interest in community beautification and betterment.
Hi, my name is Laura Ferrera. I am the Director of Traffic and Parking for the City of Fall River. As the school year begins, we want to remind everyone of the school zone safety laws. Crosswalks are here for a reason: your safety. Please use them. Always wait for a crossing guard to stop traffic and escort you safely. Drivers, please use caution when entering a school zone. 20-mile-per-hour speed limits are strictly enforced as mandated by state law. By being respectful and patient with one another, we can all arrive at our destination on time and in one piece. Thank you for your attention. If you have concerns or questions, please contact my office at 508-324-2123. Let's have a wonderful school year.
Welcome back to the Fieldhouse, everybody. Evan Massoud with you here for live stream coverage of girls volleyball. We're going to take a quick pause for the Star Spangled Banner. We'll have the first set. just about ready for game time here as the 8-0 Dartmouth Indians have come to the Luke Urban Fieldhouse. Square off against the 6-6 Durfee Hilltoppers. As I mentioned in the open, the Indians have yet to lose a set this season. Complete dominance so far for the Lady Indians, led by head coach Rachel Lassie. We welcome our viewers watching the live stream in Dartmouth this evening. Dartmouth, our closest, Dartmouth and Durfee, the closest SEC opponents. Dartmouth and New Bedford, of course, as well. So three teams very close by. And some good rivalries throughout the years. You know, we played Dartmouth for so many years, and it wasn't for conference play, but now with the 2 years into the expanded or 3 years into the expanded conference, we see the Indians guaranteed twice. Here we go. Hilltoppers will serve first. Indians JV squad took care of business convincingly earlier. And that is going to land inbounds. Hilltoppers grabbing point number one as the Indians backed up on it, tracking it, thought it might go out. One of those that landed right on the line. And Durfee will start out with the lead. Well, we were supposed to, it was going to possibly be field hockey today out in Dartmouth, but things kind of got changed around. I mentioned on the, that's going to fall, some miscommunication. And Coach Lassie puts her head in her hands, like, what happened there? A rare miscue for the Indians, 2-0 Durfee. Yeah, there was originally going to be field hockey in Dartmouth. And as I mentioned to our viewers here at home in Fall River, that's tipped over. Good dig. Hilltoppers keep it alive. On Friday's football game, I said, well, we'll add volleyball since schedules got changed up in Dartmouth with DCTV. And so, you know, we help each other out. So we'll pick up a game here instead. And it's still Dartmouth versus Durfee. That one finds the corner, and the Indians are on the board. And for both communities, tomorrow, Thursday, there'll be girls soccer from Memorial Stadium in Dartmouth. The Lady Hilltoppers will make the trip up to Dartmouth. DCTV will have that one. I'll be there for the call. And then on Friday, Durfee and Dartmouth football at 7 o'clock. Tomorrow's soccer match is at 4. And on Friday, 7 o'clock football from Dartmouth. And I'll also be on hand for that one. So busy end to the week here as Durfee and Dartmouth really battle it out down the stretch. 2-2 the score. Nice dig on the back line for Sorrel Lawton, one of 4 captains for the Indians, and that one will find the court here at the Fieldhouse. I asked Coach Lassie pregame, said, you know, 8-0, haven't lost a set. I said, basically perfect. You know, I'm sure there are things to work on no matter what. Any coach will say that, but record-wise, the way you look at it, it's been a perfect season for Dartmouth. And so I said to Coach, I said, all right, I said, if you had to really, you know, dig deep, no pun intended, you know, pick something out that, you know, maybe isn't working. Is there a negative? Is there something that really could, you know, if the Lady Indians work on it down the stretch, could really make you that, quote, perfect team? And, you know, Coach Lassie, humble as usual, says, well, perfection is never an expectation of any coach. And, you know, we just want hard competitors. She says, really the bottom line is we have to control the serve receive. We have to pass well. She says, you know, then the defense will take care of itself. But we have to be able to do our thing when the ball is sent our way and capitalize on every possession. And that's the bottom line. That one goes out of play, and it's a 2-point Indians lead. You know, for Coach Kelly, you heard from her, for the Lady Hilltoppers, you heard from her at the start in the open. And, you know, it's true. When I first saw Kelly back in the fall, when I was making my rounds at the start of the season during practices, she was concerned with the numbers. And, of course, any coach would be concerned as well when basically your entire starting lineup, your entire core of the team basically graduates. And take nothing away from any returning Hilltoppers here. But, the players that graduated last year, they all were 4-year starters on varsity. They were freshman starters. So there was a special bond between those girls and that team last year. And so when you lose that kind of a group, you do have to kind of reset a little bit. You kind of have to start from scratch. Not a full rebuild in this case because there are enough returning players, but there's still missing pieces, right? So Hilltoppers come back on a 3-0 run here and have taken the lead back 6-5. So now you're trying to figure out, how to kind of rebuild a bit and fill where those voids were. And that one falls in for an ace. And that's something that coach has been working on with the girls. And she said, at 6-6, better than expected. She's pleased with how the girls have competed this year. We're going to hear from Coach Bullier once again. That's a great dig, but it's going to go out of play as tumbling down was Lawton. Hilltoppers on a 5-0 run here in the first set. We'll hear from Coach Bullier again between the first and second set as she talks about the rivalries here playing in the Southeast Conference, particularly the former Big Three opponents, who we still see, of course, but in talking about Big Three, right? Brockton, Durfee, New Bedford. I know it doesn't exist anymore as that one goes out, but to many people, it's still the Big Three, even though the conference has changed. Everybody thinks of them as that. So we're going to hear from her at the end of the first set as well. Hilltoppers have actually had some very good success this year against both the Boxers and the Whalers. They swept the Whalers this year in their 2 matches in this season series. So New Bedford taken out by Durfee. They've beaten Brockton here as well. So, really a very strong performance against those former Big Three teams. And, it's one of those situations where as Hilltoppers can't dig that one out. You think about it, if it was still a 3-team race, the Hilltoppers would be Big Three champs this year if it wasn't the Southeast with 2 additional teams like it is now with, Dartmouth and BR coming into the mix again a couple seasons ago. So it's been a good year for Durfee in terms of that, in terms of the conference play in particular. From the back line, Dahlia Karam in the libero. That one is going to fall in. Durfee will keep their lead, 9-7. That's going to sail long. And one change you may notice from last year, we haven't been in here since the spring with the boys, the nets, the screens rather, you see, we actually have screens again. They were recut to fit the court. They were a little smaller actually now than, first they were too long, now they're smaller than the old ones. Truthfully, I mean, just for me at least, personally I like this because when the bleachers have to come all the way out, the screens won't get in the way. That serve not returned, and it's 9-9. Excuse me, 10-9. Dartmouth has retaken the lead here with that strong serve. So, yeah, that's really, I mean, other than that, though, the Fieldhouse, still looks good. We have Wi-Fi in here now. That's a wonderful thing. No hotspot needed here in the gym now, which will be great for, that one's going up in the rafters. Actually hits the lights. Everything here, the light is still swaying up there. We talk about this in the past. Everything here at the Fieldhouse is in play. Anything in the ceiling, the field of play goes to the sky. So if it pinballs around up there in the rafters, you got to play it. And Durfee did a great job of tracking that because it changed directions about 4 different times. That one trips over. Good dig from Karam. The set from Pereira sent over a little too long from Captain Jasmine Kane. And the Indians are up 3 now. Big hit in front, and Kane can't get a handle on that one. Into the net. It'll give Durfee their 10th point. Tough return. Oh, a collision there in the back between Lawton and Davis. And that goes out of play. Durfee will give the ball back. Karen plays the serve. They'll go to Kane on the far side, flips it over. The set from Lauren Augusto. Big swing in front, and it's a good kill there for Erin Jaspero, excuse me. 15-10. And the Indians will continue to serve. As heading back there is Gabby Velasquez. That one trips over. Indians weren't ready for it, and then the Hilltoppers had it come back their way, and they weren't ready for it. Kind of a broken play there. And Dartmouth's going to grab another point here in the first. Ace right through the defense. Untouched. That goes sailing out. And the Indians have gone on a run here, 18-10, after Durfee had pulled back ahead on a quick run. The Indians have found their wind here. That's not coming back. 19-10. Timeout on the court. Coach Bullier calling timeout for the Hilltoppers. Well, remember, folks, we live stream on Facebook on Fred TV Sports. Be sure to like and follow us if you have not, so you don't miss any time we go live for high school sports. If you don't have Facebook, you can catch the game after the fact on our YouTube channel as we archive everything there for video on-demand access. Fred TV Sports on YouTube and Facebook. 30 seconds left on the timeout here at the field house. Not too many games left for Durfee. After today, Hilltoppers are going to hit the road for 4 straight games beginning Friday, and then 3 games, Friday. Then we have a Saturday game this Saturday, then next Monday and next Wednesday. So 4 games on the road in a span of 5 days. A very busy schedule here as we come down the stretch. At Taunton on Friday, at Case on Saturday. Big hit in front. At Middleborough next Monday and at Brockton next Wednesday before returning home for the final 3 matches at home. That's going to fall out of play. (20-10) the score. Going to be a tough play. 21-10. Coming back towards the net, tipped over, and the Hilltoppers have to play it. The set from Kane across to Kuchar. Big swing again, dug out by Karam. Lots of spin on it. Pereira setting it back this time for Kuchar, who came to this side of the court. Big hit, out of play it goes as Lawton put a good swing on it. It's 22-10. And Velasquez will continue to serve as the Indians keep the run going here late in this first set. That one into the net. That'll break up the string. Ayanna Nelson will serve for the Hilltoppers, down 11. That's going out of play. Kind of off the side of the hand, didn't get around it fully. And it's 23-11. That one falls in, 24-11, and it's set point. That one skipped through again. We've seen that now twice for both sides, actually. We saw the Hilltoppers sneak through once, and now Dartmouth twice against Durfee as their libero is serving. That's going to be short, and that'll give Durfee the ball back. Lexi Bella Nicolosi, the server wearing the libero for Coach Lassie. Serve, it's played back. Third touch, and Dartmouth will dump it over. Hilltoppers will set it with Kane. Far side to Kuchar. Great dig. How about the outreach stretch there from Ava Crane? Durfee staying alive here. Another set point for Dartmouth. No room for error for the Hilltoppers. Big swing. That'll do it for the first set. Indians win it 25-13 here in the first. An impressive run in the middle of it for Dartmouth. And they take a 1-0 lead here in the match. Going to switch sides here. I'm going to try to cue up Coach Bullier here for the sound we were talking about as we discuss the rivalry here for girls volleyball.
This is one of the few years that we've taken New Bedford and actually taken them in 3 at home the other day, and we went 5 at their place. So that's big for us. It's been a really long time since we were able to sweep New Bedford in a season. So that's really nice. Brockton, the same thing. We've always struggled with those teams just because everyone kind of had those, big schools, lots of athletes coming in, and have had really good teams over the past few years. So it was nice that we actually kind of got that win for once. That felt really good.
Back here at Durfee as we get ready for the second set. So again, the rivalry is strong, and again, Durfee's done well against some of the teams here in the South Coast this year, particularly the bigger rivals, as we've mentioned, New Bedford and Brockton. Lots of success. Mentioned Durfee's schedule for Dartmouth. They're going to return home on Friday where they'll host Brockton. They had not played Brockton yet on the season. According to the schedule, it was canceled earlier in the season. So they'll play Brockton here, or at Dartmouth rather, on Friday. Then they have to travel to Old Rochester on Saturday, and then Monday back home against Westboro. Then Wednesday at New Bedford. So a very heavy schedule for Coach Lassie as well. Seem to have lost the scoreboard here at the field house, just getting reset. There we go. All right, set number 2. Ready to rock and roll here at Durfee. We reset our scoreboard as well with the Indians up 1-0 in this best of 5 set. Dartmouth will serve left to right. Of course, the Indians wearing their green jerseys, Durfee wearing their red. Good serve to get us started. And that's going to fall in. Sorrel Lawton, one of just 3 seniors on this roster for Coach Lassie, and she has back-to-back very good serves to start us off. Three straight for Lawton. 3-0 Dartmouth. That one had no spin on it. Tough to track those. Really dances in the air. Sometimes floats further than you expect. Sometimes it drops off the table. Sometimes it goes left, goes right. I mention it all the time, comparing it to knuckleball in baseball. It's very similar when you're trying to track that in the air and make a return on it. Tough ball to handle. Hilltoppers able to return that one. Played in front. Going to be a tough play. Nice job by the Indians. They stay with it and they find the open court. Oh, Sadie Fitzgerald did a nice job and being able to get that over in a tough spot. And the Indians made lemonade out of lemons right there. That was a tough play. 5-0 Dartmouth. Falling fast. Coming over. And Cassidy Thames sending it on the third. That's going back. Karam towards the net it goes, flipped over by Kane. It's going to hit the net. Nobody home. 6-0. That goes just in. Oh, the Indians can't believe it. They started celebrating, but it's Durfee's first point. Thames sending it on the third and not returned by the Indians. It tripped over the top of the net, and it kind of slowed it up a little bit. Good serve from Kane, and she'll jog back towards the net. Big time hit. Crane puts a charge into that one. Finds the near corner. Brooke Davis will serve. That one going back, out of play. Back-to-back points for Durfee. Fitzgerald back to serve. Oh, I think that may have been going out. Played right on the line, and the Indians will have to dump it over now, and that's enough. Fitzgerald comes sliding in. Nobody was there. That in-between spot. We talk about it often. (9-4). Lauren Augusto on the serve. Karam plays it. Kuchar sends it over. That's going long. Just long, not by much. That's going to go out of play. Errant serve that time. They'll make it 10-5, and Karam will go back to serve for Durfee as Thames exits the court. Augusto with the set. Big hit there going across the court for Crane, and it sails on her. Tipped over. Nice dig by Kuchar. Quick reaction. She'll come back. Hits it off the defenders. Tough play here. Third touch. And it's flipped over by Crane over her head backwards. And they'll get a point out of it. Indians back in control with the service game, and it'll be Crane who will serve it away. That's not coming back. Powerful serve, but it goes out of play, and Fitzgerald did not make contact with it. It'll be 12-7. That's out of play. 13-7. Excuse me, 13-6 here. 13-6. That might have been going out. Caramenza playing it. Hilltoppers. Kane will take the swing. No good. 14-6. That finds the corner. Hilltoppers frozen on the court. Thought it was going to hook out, and it grabbed the edge for Dartmouth's 15th point. That was a big hit. Nice job on the back line there for the Indians. Playing it, that was Velasquez. Doesn't make it over, and the Hilltoppers will have point number 7. They'll go back on the serve, and it's Kuchar. Soft serve, falling fast and unable to be dug out. Notice the adjustment that time as the Indians brought forward Aaron Jaspero. Also brought Sorrell Lawton. Knowing the serve was going to be short, they made the adjustment so someone would be there. Make it 17-8. See, those are the little things that, throughout a season, throughout a match, you can understand, what's going on, and pay attention to everything your opponent's doing, and be able to make those kinds of adjustments like that on the fly. That goes out of play. Make it now a 10-point lead for the Indians. Short serve will give Durfee back the ball as Nicolosi could not get it over. So 19-8. Ayana Nelson. Good serve. They're calling a carry there on the Hilltoppers. Lawton back to serve again. It's going to go off the glass of the basketball. Backboard. There are raised here, but again, everything in play. Certainly makes for lots of challenges. This is not the highest ceiling for a field house. I mean, it's rather tall, but it's not the tallest. That goes out of play. 21-9. Big hit. Nice play in the back by Kucher, and that's going to go out of play. Thames backing it up, third touch is sent over. Now the Indians will do the same, and that's going to fall in. Nobody back. And the Hilltoppers caught napping on that back line. Coach Bullier trying to correct it on the fly. (23-9). That goes into the net. It'll stop the bleeding. Durfee picks up point number 10. And Kane will serve as Pereira comes in for Kucher. No, excuse me, for Lane. And now Kane with the serve. Third touch coming. Kane setting for Thames. Thames sent it over, and that's going to be in right on the line. Oh, Thames went down, lost her footing. And appears to be hurt. Not sure if she twisted a knee or twisted her ankle, but injury here on the court. Thames lost her footing and kind of spun down under the court, under the net rather, excuse me. And trainer Kelly Mahoney down on the court with Thames. 23-11 here in the second. We're in the injury timeout. We'll step aside here. Stay with us, okay? And we will be right back.
This is just a good way to start the day. Like, we get the blood pumping as we're walking around the school. So I know for some of our kids, they walk to school anyway. So it's just fun to do it as a community.
Well, you have all the different countries. If you go on their website for Safe Routes, you can see all the different countries walking and all the different ways that they do so. It's really fabulous. We need to take care of our bodies and we need to take care of our minds. And by doing that is having physical activity, eating right, and making good choices in our life. And that's what's very important, because if you don't have that, health is wealth. If you don't have health, you don't have much.
This was a great opportunity for all of the kids to get outside and enjoy the beautiful day.
This is the 10th year in Fall River that we have had 100% participation. Thank you.
Back here at Durfee, almost done with the second set and still in the injury timeout. Looks like it was an ankle injury for Thames, as we can see our trainer Kelly Mahoney is working on her right ankle. They were able to stretch out her right leg. Both legs were pretty, I thought maybe it might have been a knee injury, but it seems like it's more of a foot thing or an ankle issue. Honestly, I didn't see what happened because we're watching. The ball was in the air, and all of a sudden Thames just kind of spun and fell back, beneath the net, which is, highly unusual. That doesn't usually happen. You have a wheelchair coming out. Kristen Govin out to get the wheelchair for Thames, as they're going to get her off the court here so that Kelly can work on her a little bit more and the match can continue. Tough injury here for Cassidy Thames. We haven't seen an injury like this in volleyball in a very long time. At least not really here on Fred TV, but you see more injuries, it seems, with soccer and football than anything. Well, we wish Cassidy the best. Hopefully nothing too serious. Good spirit. She's smiling. So she'll go into the trainer's room. And Kelly she's in good hands. Kelly will take care of her. We'll get back to the match. Indians have won the first set. A little tighter of a result at the time. This one got away from Durfee really quickly here in the second. 23-11 as the Indians will continue to serve. Now the question being now is, will there be a point awarded to Dartmouth, or are they going to replay the point? Because the injury happened. She crossed. I think the ball was going out, if memory serves here. And we'll see what the decision is. But it was 23-11 before the timeout. If Dartmouth gets the point, you're looking at set point for the Indians. They did give Dartmouth the point. So it's set point for the Indians after the long timeout, the injury timeout. And that looks to be Captain Amelia Ablett, number 6 for Dartmouth, getting ready to serve. Here we go, back to the action. Set point for Dartmouth here in the second. And that'll do it for the second. 25-11. The Indians take set number 2 in convincing fashion. 25-11 here on Fred TV. Third set coming up here. Stay with us, okay? We'll be back. We're going to take a quick break. Strike 3 called. Base hit and your game winner. Shot. Good. Hall with room. Hall taking it to the house. About to begin the third here at Durfee High School. Indians have taken the first two rather convincingly. The first set started well for Durfee, but things quickly turned, and it's been all Indians since about halfway through that first set. Evan Massoud with you here on Fred TV for girls volleyball. Durfee and Dartmouth squaring off here at the field house. Took 25-11. Just wanted you to see once more the second set final. That was the total. We'll reset here. Make it 0-0 as the Indians lead it 2-0 here. As we begin the third, the Hilltoppers will serve it away. Indians have still now not lost a set on the season as they've won the first two tonight. Will they finish off a sweep? Odds are that they will. Just look on paper. They've really had a tremendous season. This is not the first time, by the way, either, that they haven't lost a set in a season. Just a couple years ago, they went on a run like this as well. Perennial tournament contenders and league champs here. The Dartmouth Indians. Such a tremendous program every year. Always so tough. That's going to skip off of Selena Pereira. The Indians out to the 2-0 start. I'm told that for Thames it was the ankle. She had gone up, came down, rolled on it, and then got stepped on as well. So kind of a bang-bang play there down in front. So, but again, you saw smiles as she came off the court. Kind of some of it's obviously not going to minimize any pain, I mean, by any stretch. But obviously there's some shock factor, too, when you get hurt. But she had all smiles when she left, and that was a good sign. Hate to see a player go down. It is 2-1 as the Hilltoppers will get the point. That one went long. So we hope Cassidy will be back on the court sooner than later. Cassidy is a senior this year. 2-2. And for Coach Bullier, just one of 3 seniors on this roster. Sadie Fitzgerald and Ayanna Nelson, the other 2. Bunch of juniors. No freshmen on varsity right now, but as you heard in Coach Bullier's soundbite before the second set, or excuse me, rather in the open, a lot of freshmen did try out, and the numbers are there for the program. JV has decent numbers, and there is a freshman team obviously too with decent numbers, and so that's good. When you have a lot of the underclassmen showing up, that means program's going to keep growing, and it shows some good depth hopefully and for the future, and hopefully the freshman team will be a feeder for varsity. We'll see some of those players next year come up and play for Coach Bullier. Hit in front, quickly sent over. The Indians a little bit discombobulated, now resetting, third touch, nice dig there on the back end of it. Kuchar going down to the court. Durfee's going to get the point. Great effort there. Looked like the Indians were out of whack, and then Crane was able to put a good hit on it. But Durfee digs out a point. Karam will serve. Quick set. And that will come over. Indians will tie it back up 4-4. Nelson can't get it over. Two-handed flip does not pay off. Dartmouth back ahead. That one hits the net. Nelson gets it over. Crane unloads, but it hits the net. Gets trapped, 5-5. Hilltoppers will serve again, and it's Pereira going back this time. Played in the back. Tough play there from Davis. Third touch sent over. Good dig by Karam. Goes back to the Indians. They'll reset. Crane. Soft hit. It's off the fingertips of Kuchar. Now Kane will have to send it back. Davis. Big hit. And that is in. Right on the back line. Very quickly went Davis, Augusto, and Crane. Bing, bang, boom for the point. You may notice, too, Coach Bullier told me this at practice. Not mentioned in the soundbite, but just in talking. Originally, it was just Kane doing most of the setting, but now Pereira has been setting as well. Hilltoppers have been going with two setters for much of the middle part of the season, and it's worked because it's also given Kane the opportunity to set up as an outside hitter. So that's why you may have picked up on this throughout the match, that you're seeing two different Hilltoppers doing the setting. It's not just one setter primarily. They're kind of trading off. That's going to be big time trouble, and it's coming back into the bleachers. Good effort, but certainly no way to make a play on that one. (8-6) according to the scoreboard here in the gym. Make it 9-6. Velasquez will serve again. She went on quite the run in the first set. That'll fall in for an ace. Not returnable. Hits the ground. That one off the hands, off the wrists of Alexis Lane. 11-6 the score. Same situation. Lane cannot make the play. Serve came in hot, and they went right back to her. Return this time, or playable this time, I should say. Falling down, Velasquez can't dig it out, and Hilltoppers will grab their 7th point and go back on the serve. Kelly Montanez checking into the game as Lane comes out. Nelson will serve. 12-7 the score. Tipped over. Net violation against the Hilltoppers gives the Indians control back, as they are now halfway to victory here in the third. You need 25 points, 13 on the board. Into the net it goes. Nicolosi with a tough afternoon serving. A couple times it's gone into the net like that for her. Hasn't found a rhythm in the few times that she's had the opportunity to serve. So Durfee back to the serve, and now the Indians put a big hit on it, falling fast, and almost a collision. Fitzgerald down to the court. Lawton on the serve. Crane out of play. A little too strong that time. Fitzgerald on the serve, and it goes into the net. 15-9. Mishandled in front, kind of an in-between. Another one of those serves from the Indians that came in so hot. The Hilltoppers played it. It actually carried, didn't go up, it carried back to the Indian side of the court. Karam on the serve for Durfee. Davis can't dig it out. It's 15-11. (15-12) as Velasquez couldn't get it over. The set, Crane with the finish as Augusto set it up for her. And now she'll go back to serve. Augusto will. That's into the net. And it's 16-13. I'll tell you, the Indians not sharp on the service game here in set number 3. It's keeping Durfee in it. Only a 3-point set, a 3-point game. Pereira with the serve. Played by Jaspero, coming back now to Lawton, who sent it over. Now Kane, big hit on the far side, and that goes into the net. So trading miscues. Crane will go back to serve for Dartmouth. Tough play at the net, and it goes over. Indians were not ready for it. Coach Lassie saying, put your hands up and flip it back over. That was a very playable ball. Deflected, coming back, and the Indians will get it back. 18-14. Some of these balls that have come over there on the serve, you know, you can track them for a long time. And that's kind of what Coach Lassie was saying, you know, get the hands up, put it down on the court. That's going to fall in. Miscommunication. As it fell in the Bermuda Triangle. Velasquez. Back to serve again. Karam plays it. Kane sends it over after the set. Now going to Lawton. Reset, Nelson sends it over. Davis to Augusto. Back to Davis, can't flip it over. 19-15. A lot of rotation going on here to go back and forth. Nelson back to serve now for Durfee. Augusto will set it. Coming in hot. Falls in. Lawton looked like she was going to take a big swing at it and instead flipped it over. And then off the defender right to the court it goes. Erin Jaspero will serve now. 20-15. Might have been going out. Pereira plays it. And it's the Indians' 21st point. Olivia Pavo checking in as Pereira comes out for the Hilltoppers. It went right to her. Out of play it goes. Strong serve. Flipped over. Hilltoppers get the point. And it was Kelly Montanez with the kill. Make it 22-16. Kane will serve. Good dig from Karam on the hit from Davis. That's going to go long. Fitzgerald did not get on top of that one. Well, the Indians with a chance to serve it out. 2 points. And they will win the match. It's Lawton back to serve for the Indians. One step closer. Match point for Dartmouth. (24-16). It'll be a tough play. Goes back to Dartmouth. Whistle. Net violation, and that's how it will end. The Indians will stay perfect on the year. They win this third set 25-16. And they take the match. 3-0 the final. Another sweep for Dartmouth. The class of the Southeast Conference here in 2021. Very impressive. We haven't seen the Indians in a couple years down here in Fall River, at least for our coverage. We haven't. And Coach Lassie's squad once again dominating the South Coast region and the Southeast Conference. All right, thanks for tuning in this evening for live stream coverage of girls volleyball here on Fred TV. That's going to do it for our hometown coverage for this week, but we got ourselves a stacked week next week. So we invite you to stick around and look for more sports next week here on Fred TV. Only a couple weeks left in this regular season for fall 2021. For Sam Montero and Brendan Doobie, I'm Evan Massoud saying so long from Durfee.